morning. My name is Lynn Riker. I'm our Director of Outreach, and I'd like to welcome all of you and thank you for coming. Just so you know, we are live streaming the event, so it's in all of our patient rooms and on our monitors. So we're glad that others can also enjoy and participate in our day today, though a somber occasion, a day to be thankful and grateful. I'd like to introduce Carrie Sisti, our Chief Clinical Operations Officer, who also served in the Army Reserves, and Carrie is going to welcome all of us.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Center for Hospice Buffalo, Carrie, would like to welcome you all today. We're very happy that you're able to be here with us for our annual Memorial Day recognition ceremony. It's very friendly for us to recognize our member. At this time, I'd like to ask Jeffrey Sturmer, one of our Hospice Buffalo chaplains, to come up, and he's going to start the ceremony by leading us with a blessing.
Just as we gather this morning to remember the men and women who served our country and kept us free, this day holds personal significance for me, for I am the proud son of an Army artillery veteran of the Korean War. Walter A. Sturmer answered the call to serve our country in the middle of his senior year in high school. His life would be forever changed, returning to U.S. soil disabled. He died 6 years ago on Memorial Day. To those who have died in service to our country, to our veterans gathered here and throughout the United States of America, I am grateful for your service to our country, and you hold a prominent place in my heart. This prayer is actually taken from a book of poems by Lenore Hetrick. If we remember those who are gone, then they live again. They are here once more. They smile and speak, just as do living men and women. So let us give our thoughts to the brave upon this Memorial Day. In spiritual fellowship, let us speak and listen what they say. For a soldier who died for their country must know much that they could tell. And if we caught the message, it might serve us oft and well. So in our memories, let the dead linger often and long, recollections of what kind live and are like a springtime song.
Please stand for America the Beautiful, and during the music today, we will, the flag and the colors will be presented by the Western New York Maritime ROTC cadets.
Beautiful for spacious skies,
that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Ready?
Hold. Left. Base. Post. Ready? Cut. Post. Ready? Go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last Please be seated. We'd like to honor and recognize those veterans that have joined us today. Would any veterans in the audience please stand? Or staff members, or volunteers? Chat?
Yeah, one back there. You gotta let him hear about
Harry?
it. Need you guys to put it on names. And one job. All right, guys, over here. Him and this young lady over here.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Commander Ted Malviers, who, first of all, is a relative of one of our nurses, Hilda Southwell. But why he's here today is he's the commander of the Milton J. Rothschild American Legion Post 205 in Kenmore. He is a 20-year United States Air Force veteran. He retired from the U.S. Air Force Reserve, and he retired in 2005. He conducted humanitarian airdrops in Yugoslavia. He's a veteran of both Operations Iraqi and Enduring Freedom in Iraq and Afghanistan. And with that, I'd like to introduce Commander Ted Malviers, who's going to share some words with us this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you for the honor to speak at today's ceremony. Originally, Memorial Day was known as Decoration Day, meant to honor Union and Confederate soldiers who died during the American Civil War. By the 1900s, it had become a day to celebrate all American soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving in the military. It wasn't until 51 years ago, in 1967, that it was legally named Memorial Day. The heroes that we remember today may have been conscripted into service or may have volunteered to serve and are not exclusive to any gender, race, or religion. They are a diverse group wedded to the common principle that America is a nation worth dying for, regardless of the place of the war fought. The purity of the sacrifice, their purity of sacrifice is without question. More than 1 million U.S. heroes have had their lives cut short while fighting in wars since the American Revolution in order to make freedom of others possible. White Americans, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, every ethnicity in which its sons and daughters have earned the title of American citizen. Americans gathered in a free society unified with the common purpose of honoring uncommon bravery. We are their legacy. As we observe Memorial Day every year, families remember their fallen loved ones every day. Children without parents, Gold Star mothers and fathers, spouses and siblings. They can still hear the voices of those they've lost, and it is up to us to hear the voices of these families and offer our support to express our highest gratitude. Whether the people we remember served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the war on terrorism, or any place or time in between, we say thank you for the freedom you have given us. We are here because of you. On June 6th, the world will observe the 75th anniversary of the Normandy invasion. American Legion National Commander Brett Reisted will lead a delegation to the sandy shores of France, paying respects to the thousands of Allied heroes who gave their lives to liberate a continent. Labels that we hurl today like Democrat, Republican, red state and blue state matter little when facing mines and machine gun fire when charging a beach. Politics are irrelevant to a family that hears the words, "We regret to inform you." We continue to lose heroes every day in places like Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and in military training accidents and missions around the world. We honor all of them, not just those with the highest medals or the heroes who fought in the most famous battles. They all died so we can continue to cherish the things that we love: freedom, country, and family. This is why we gather on Memorial Day, to honor the memory of our fallen warriors who have given everything for their country. We are also reminded on this day that in each generation, brave men and women will always step forward to take the oath of allegiance as members of America's armed forces, willing to fight and, if necessary, die for the sake of freedom. As Legionnaires, we are pledged through the preamble of our organization's constitution to preserve the memories and incidents of our associations in the Great Wars. This solemn promise is on the back of each American Legion membership card. Yet we do not remember our fallen brothers and sisters because of an edict or an obligatory ritual. We do so because we want to. And we want to be there for their families, long after the battlefield guns have been silenced and the bombs stop exploding. As Americans, we should all remember that freedom isn't free. It's only possible because our fallen heroes have paid its high price. A price paid which enables us to have the ceremonies and observances like this in communities across our great country. May God bless you all, God bless America, and God bless our fallen heroes. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Commander Ted. And now Carrie Sisti would like to share a few closing remarks with us.
So I just want to share a few final thoughts that starts with the poem that I found. And the last sentence is a quote from an unknown author, but it really touched my heart, and I think in one sentence it sums up perfectly the essence of what Memorial Day is. Memorial Day is a time to remember, to honor and show respect for all men and women who gave up their lives for the country they fought to protect. Although we cannot picture all of their faces or recognize each person's name, we give thanks today to those brave U.S. soldiers. When called by their country, they came. Each year, Memorial Day reminds us that freedom is truly not free. This 3-day weekend, as you gather with family, friends, and loved ones, please take time to pause, to reflect and to remember that many paid with their lives for our freedom. In remembrance of the men and women who died in service, we honor you today and recognize that our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it.
Please stand. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for Commander Ted Beers. Thank you to the student cadets, and thank you. And I appreciate that you joined us today for our Memorial Day recognition ceremony. There are some refreshments in the bistro, so So if anyone cares to join us for a cup of coffee, please do so. Thank you, everyone.